And welcome to part 8 of Deus Ex Human Revolution. Okay, so in this episode we're going to be heading over to Serif Industries because we're going to be starting main mission 11. And we've basically got to have a chat with Frank Pritchard because he has some information for us that could be quite useful to us when we come to have a conversation with David Serif. So we're going to go and have a chat with him now. Could have some interesting information for us. And we don't necessarily get along with Frank Pritchard, but he does come in handy with his skills sometimes. Okay, here we are, back in our place of work, Serif Industries. We're just going to jump over this guy's head. A little bit of a shortcut instead of going around. Alright, and Frank Pritchard is currently in our office. How dare he? He's got his own office, the greedy scoundrel. There he is. Let's have a chat.
What do you want?
As much as I hate to admit it, I need your help. That signal you shut down in DRB territory. It's been active for almost a year.
You're telling me someone outside this company has had access to our network since before the first attack?
I've detected intrusions before and shut them down swiftly every time. But whoever designed this particular algorithm is good. Very good.
You've told Serif?
See, here's the thing. The intrusions were possible because of a backdoor access into our security system that I never even knew existed.
The one Sanders' team used to get inside our plant.
I've worked here for 7 years, Jensen, and this is the first time I've seen that particular access route. David Serif created it specifically to bypass the firewall. He's hiding something, and I think you should find out what it is.
Why me?
Because, as far as I can tell, Serif created that access and was streaming a lot of data through it shortly after your ex-girlfriend suggested he hire you.
Ooh, okay. That's interesting. So David Serif has created something, and the guys seem to have been able to use that to attack Serif Industries, it seems. You remember when we went to DRB territory, we went to the, it was like a satellite, and we shut off the signal. Well, that's the signal that Frank's talking about. Pretty interesting stuff. Okay, so the reason I'm in my office as well is I want to enter my password, Mandrake. If you guys remember, right at the start of this game we helped out a good old friend, Gregthorpe, and his wife Josie Thorpe, and he sent us an email, so let's read that. Mr. Jensen, I meant what I said at the plant today. You saved my life in more ways than one. When those gunmen took my Josie away, I thought, well, you probably know what I thought. Please let me repay you. Josie and I are back home in our safe apartment. We live in the 3rd floor condo on Brooklyn Court. Alright, so basically there's a reward. We've got another email here from Athena. Access codes by the looks of it. Pretty cool. That can come in handy. And what have we got in here? We've got some painkillers. Might as well take those. Thanks for the information, Frank. Okay, so before we head in the elevator and have a communication with David Serif, we're going to do a little few things on the side. If you see, side mission 6 has just appeared now, and that is the last side mission of the first time being in Detroit. When we come back to Detroit, there'll be some more side missions for us to do, but this is the last one that we can do for now. So pretty cool stuff. Okay, Gregthorpe, here we come. We're going to go get our reward. And Gregthorpe basically has access to a gunman who can sell us guns, and we can buy stuff from him, and we can sell stuff to him and stuff. So that's pretty useful. Will you stop taking hot dogs out of the freaking bin? Yeah, this is Letitia. She's quite useful for information. You can talk to her and she can tell you all kinds of secrets around Detroit and that. See, the thing is with the homeless people, they know a lot about the town they live in, which is really, really handy. So she can teach you about secret routes, she can teach you about where weapons are, and, you know, all kinds of useful information and that. But you do have to pay her credits. But luckily for me, I don't really need to speak to her because I have played this game enough times to know where some useful things are for us. Particularly where you live, Gregthorpe. That might not be too good, but you know what? It's good. It is good. Let's see what you got to say.
Welcome. I'm glad you came. I can never properly repay you for what you did, of course, but I would like to help out any way I can.
What'd you have in mind?
There's a gentleman named Sarah who works in the area. His business causes him to move around quite a bit, but at the moment he's occupying an apartment in a building on Earl's Court. If you mention my name, he'll give you a discount on his wares. He deals in Well, he's a gun runner.
How does a guy like you know someone like that?
Growing up in my old neighborhood, you learn pretty quick to cultivate certain types of relationships.
Okay, right, so there we go. We've got 750 XP for that. His wife is in the kitchen. I'm not going to say anything about that. Hi, Josie.
I can never thank you enough for what you did.
No problem. No problem at all. Now, he's told us where the location of a gunman is. I'm not actually going to go to that gunman because, to be honest with you, I was quite disappointed when I went to him. The only useful thing that he's got is a silencer and just some ammunition and stuff like that. That's not really too amazing in my opinion. I tell you where we are going to go instead. We're going to be heading over to the police station. Now, I need to remember where exactly the police station is. I don't think it's over there. Isn't that the limb clinic? Yeah, that's the limb clinic. The reason we're going to head to the police station, in case you're confused, which you probably are, there is an armory. Now, Letitia tells you about the armory password. It's patriotism. So, I don't need to go and spend 2,000 credits to find out what the password is for the armory. So we're going to head there, and we're going to get a bunch of like stuff and that. We're going to be heading to our apartment as well. Because if you guys remember in the last episode, we spoke to Mr. O'Malley, we did a quest for him, and he gave us 3,000 credits as a reward. So you best believe we're going to be heading to our apartment to go and grab that. What is that? Oh, it's a pocket secretary. I never even realised that was there. What are we closest to? We're closest to the apartment, so yeah, screw it, we'll go here first. Get us 3,000 credits. Okay guys, I'm back. Hello. Hello. Have you got my mirror yet?
No way. Believe me, I've tried.
Ah. Useless. Freaking useless. You just can't get the help these days, can you, Mr. Janitor? Okay, right. Yeah, 3,000 credits. I mean, that is an incredible amount of money. Seriously. Like I said before, I mean, praxis kits cost about 5,000 credits. You know, so they're not cheap, but they're extremely handy. So any chance you get of making a quick buck, definitely do so. I just realised you're smoking in here. Are they going to reinforce that law? Are you going to be able to smoke again in the future? That is craziness. Okay, we're back. We've got automated blinds. I love it. And where's our reward? There it is with a bottle of wine. Look at that. Wine and our payoff from Mr. O'Malley. 3,000 credits. Look at that. 8,667 credits. And believe it or not, when we go to Hengsha, of course there's going to be a limb clinic over there, so we'll have another opportunity to buy some more praxis kits. There's normally about 2 praxis kits for every limb clinic. I think when we come back to Detroit there'll be another 2 praxis kits. So you see what I'm saying? That's 20,000 credits. That's a lot of money to have in this game, so any opportunity you get to earn some money in this game, definitely take it. Okay, so we're going to head over to the police station now. I need to remember whereabouts it is. It should just be up there. I absolutely love this game. I mean, that's the DRB territory. That's where we went before and shut off the signal. And believe it or not, Hengsha is still a location in this game that I do tend to get lost in. And it's not a massive map, it really isn't. But for some reason, you can get lost in there very easily. It's a really, really cool place though. I mean, the year 2027 in Hengsha, they've got like an upper city and a lower city. I mean, you'll see what I mean when we get there. Okay, we're back once again. Hey Wayne, how's it going?
Get lost. I mean it.
Okay.
I can call somebody to throw you out.
Okay, something tells me we're not getting much information out of that guy from now on. Let's head up to the armory. Now, let's see, how am I going to do this? Oh yeah, I remember. You remember we came here before? We came through this door here. I'm just going to close that because we're going to need to hack this terminal here. This is a laser terminal. There's some lasers in the air vent that will go off if we try crawling through it. So I'm going to shut the laser off so that doesn't happen. Smart thinking, huh? Okay. Cool, there we go. So inactive. There's no laser system through here now. This will take us directly to the armory. This is where the lasers would normally be, as you can see. And if we crawled through here, boom, the laser would go off and the alarm would go off and it just, be a bad time all around. So we're going to have to come through here. There's a guy there. We're not actually allowed to be seen in this area. The armory is off limits. I mean, the thing is, we don't even work at the police station anymore, so we shouldn't even be in, well, any of the rooms in this building for that matter. But that's the armory right there. That's going to really come in handy. There's a weapon upgrade in there as well. I think it's rate of fire. It's pretty darn awesome. So, you know, anything that you can get in this game, definitely do it. We're just going to take this guy out first, I think. I'm really sorry I had to do that, but it had to be done. I haven't killed him. I haven't killed him. But we're going to go in this drawer, take out some credit chippies, and yes, awesome sauce. Okay. So, it's a good thing I know the password for this, otherwise we'd need to talk to Letitia and spend 2,000 of our well-earned credits. Right. And I'll tell you what we're going to do as well. We're going to turn off the security cameras. We don't have to, but it kind of covers our ass a little bit. We're going to open up the doors. And there we go. Boom. The armory is now open. We've got a rate of fire upgrade. We're going to do some augmentations, I think. We're going to whack open another... Let's see. Yeah, we're going to whack up our inventory size a bit. So there we go. As you can see, we now have the ability to carry a shotgun. I told you we'd be able to carry a shotgun again soon. And there we go, I was right. Concussion grenades, they can come in handy. We're already full. Wow, we must have quite a few things now. What have we got? Yeah, look at that, that is insane. We've got our crossbow. The crossbow arrows actually take up quite a bit of inventory. I think once we've used this, I'll actually sell it, because we get 1,000 credits for that. But we're going to upgrade something with our rate of fire. I'll probably whack that on the combat rifle, I think. Take one more concussion grenade, and I think we're going to head off. I think we're good. So yeah, this episode is basically going to consist of doing some little things on the side to just ensure that we're ready to go to Hengsha. You know, why the hell not? It's going to help us out big time. Now then, there is also some credit chips in the police station. There's quite a few of them, in fact, if you look around enough. We're not going to loot this place from top to bottom because I don't really have enough time to do that. But I will grab some in here, particularly this desk over here. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. 375 credit chips. I mean, that is absolutely craziness. If you look around on that, you can find quite a few credits. Revolver ammo? Why the hell did I just pick that up? I'll get rid of that at some point. Combat rifle ammo, that's pretty cool. So yeah, just looting the place and finding credit chips and stuff can really help you out. I think we're actually done here for the time being. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else we need to do. I think we're actually good now. Okay, right. Serif Industries, here we come. There is another augmentation that I want to unlock very soon. It's the jumping ability. I would like to be able to jump a little bit higher. I think that would come in handy. So yeah, that's an augmentation we'll be unlocking very, very soon. But yeah, I think we've pretty much done everything here that we need to do. We've done up to the 6 side missions, and we're pretty good actually now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're going to head off to Serif Industries. We're all geared up. We've got some good weapons behind us. We've got some good credit chips, some good augmentations. I mean, we're good. We are golden right now, in fact. In fact, there's a really cool augmentation you can get called the Typhoon, which is where you sort of throw out explosives all around you and kill a big amount of enemies within a certain proximity. It's really handy to have that, actually. Maybe that'll be the one that I unlock. Okay, Serif Industries, here we come. In fact, I might very quickly go and see our good old buddy here and sell some bits that we don't actually need.
What'll it be?
Righty-ho. Let's see. Frag grenades, we've got quite a lot of them. I don't really actually use the concussion grenade, so I'm actually going to get rid of those. We're going to get rid of the revolver ammo. That's actually quite a lot of credits for just some revolvers. Wow. There we go. Let's see. Wine. I never really drink wine. Nor do I drink the beers, so let's get rid of those. I mean, 1,000 for the crossbow, you know, that's pretty darn awesome. We've got 9,000 credits.
Always a pleasure.
Okay, well we are officially done in Detroit. So now, we're going to be heading over to Hengsha. Barrett has given us a location to follow, and you would think that that would be a dangerous move considering an enemy has told us where to go. You would think that it's a trap or something, but rest assured he has actually given us some information, and I don't know exactly why he's done that. Because that's kind of against his team and that, but you know what, never mind, it works in our favour. One thing I found really funny was you can't get your weapons out in Serif Industries. I know that makes sense, but it's always kind of amused me because they know that you would probably do that, just for the fun of it. Just bring out the guns and start shooting everything in here, you know? And it would kind of defeat the object of the game. I mean, if you killed David Sarif, I mean, what would be the point in playing this game anymore? It would kind of wreck the storyline and everything. But yeah, we're going to bump into somebody who is quite important in this game, actually. I think he's like the founder of Humanity Front. Yeah, there you are.
Excuse me.
Mr. Jensen, isn't it?
Sir, you have that charity dinner?
In a moment, Isaiah. I was hoping I might run into you, Mr. Jensen. Bill Taggart.
The founder of the Humanity Front. I know who you are.
Yes. Yes, I imagine you do. As David Sarif's top security man, I imagine you have quite the file on me. But I assure you, Mr. Jensen, I am devastated by recent events.
Really?
I do not support what you and your company are doing to mankind. I believe it's extremely dangerous. But abolishing human enhancement technologies will only be achieved through legal means.
I'll keep that in mind.
This is your first day back since the accident 6 months ago, isn't it?
Sir, we have to go.
What happened to me was no accident.
Ah, my mistake. But it must have been stressful facing down a second incident so soon. I imagine it brought back all kinds of unpleasant memories.
I appreciate your concern, Mr. Taggart, but it was nothing I couldn't handle.
I'm a psychologist, Mr. Jensen. I know when a man is hiding behind words. The flesh may heal, but the mind is not always so resilient. You might want to keep that in mind. Now, if you'll be so kind as to excuse me.
Okay, let's find out why he's here.
I'm curious about something, Mr. Taggart. What is it you hope to accomplish by coming here tonight?
I would think that would be obvious. Your company has been viciously targeted. The violence and bloodshed that's occurred, it must be stopped. But I'm afraid it won't be until men of wisdom and understanding come to an agreement.
About what?
About the future, Mr. Jensen. This enhancement technology threatens to change the course of human evolution, to redefine what it even means to be human. You think governments can afford to let that go unregulated?
You can't stop progress, Mr. Taggart.
Perhaps not. But neither can we afford to sit by and watch it happen on its own. Not when we have the ability, the collective will, and foresight to influence it.
I see. Thank you for illuminating me.
Anytime.
Okay, so as you can see, William Taggart has a different opinion on the matter. But let's talk to Dr. Isaiah Sandoval.
You're Taggart's aide, aren't you? Dr. Isaiah Sandoval, isn't it?
No need to play ignorant, Mr. Jensen. I am quite sure you have a file on me that's as thick as the one you have on Mr. Taggart.
You're an outspoken activist in your own right, Dr. Sandoval.
When you have seen the things that I have, you find you have no choice but to stand up and be counted. Frankly, I am surprised an ex-cop like yourself isn't more disturbed by the dangers of this technology.
Augmentations help a lot of people, Doc. Handicapped, war vets.
Yes, but at what cost? My own friend had his life ruined by these so-called enhancements of yours. A man much like you who had no choice but to become augmented. Yet once he was... Too much power can make you do terrible things, Mr. Jensen. I suggest you think long and hard on that.
What happened to your friend?
I'd like to hear more about your friend, Dr. Sandoval. What exactly did he do?
Nothing.
Was he injured in the Gulf?
He went on a rampage in a shopping mall, if you must know, hoping to be gunned down by the police, rather than face a lifetime battling augmentation addiction.
He was addicted to augments?
They don't talk about it in those corporate brochures of yours, do they? Neuroposine dependency, rejection psychosis, any number of physical and psychological ills have resulted from this technology, and yet we rarely hear a word about them.
I'm sure the literature is out there.
No thanks to the throng of corporate lawyers attempting to stop it.
Your friend, did he succeed? Did he suicide by cop?
No. Bill Taggart talked him down.
Okay, so as you can see, they've got a different opinion on augmentations. We are going to be seeing William Taggart and Dr. Isaiah Sandoval much more in this playthrough, so rest assured on that. Let's go and talk to David Serif and use the information that Frank Pritchard gave us earlier.
Boss, we need to talk.
Is something wrong?
I'm not sure. Did you set up a private access route to bypass the company firewall right before you hired me?
What?
Pritchard said someone's been using it to access our system since before the first attack. The security measures he and I set in place never stopped them because we didn't even know the loophole existed.
Oh, I see. Frank's fixed that, though, right?
He has now, but he's wondering why you never mentioned it.
Frank's paranoid, Adam. You know that. Can a busy man forget things once in a while?
You streamed an awful lot of data through that portal, boss. Right before you brought me on board. Pritchard may be paranoid, but I gotta admit, I'm wondering what was in it too.
Yeah, as an ex-cop, I guess you would. But the important thing is you found the hole and plugged it. We're secure now. And the information you uncovered in that FEMA facility may actually help us track these guys. So let's just stay focused on what's important.
Okay, so he's trying to change the subject here. Let's give this a go.
I want to, believe me. I want to catch these guys as badly as you do. But that breach is responsible for every security crisis we've had, including today's. If you want me to stop these guys, I need to know what kind of data they've had access to.
You're right, you're right. I'm sorry if I seem evasive. But there's something you're not getting here, Adam. Business is war, with no clear battleground and no rules to keep our enemies honest. In this company, I'm the commander-in-chief, and I have to be ready for anything, and I will do anything to ensure that I am. Now, I hired you because I needed a general I could trust. One who knows how to obey orders.
Okay, we're changing the subject here though, aren't we?
Boss, I think we're getting sidetracked here. If you want me to win this war for you, I need to know how badly we've been compromised. I need to know what was in that data stream, in case our enemies accessed it.
No, Adam. I am not getting sidetracked. Now, I'm trying to give you a message, but apparently you can't take a hint. I'm sorry to have to break this to you, but frankly, there are a lot of things going on in this company that I can't share with you. Things that are above your pay grade. I like to think of us all as a team, but in the end, I decide who gets trusted with what. This is just one of those times when you'll have to do your job regardless. Megan told me you could handle that when she asked me to hire you. Now prove it to me.
Okay, right. So this is where the Alpha... well, that's what I was going to say actually. He's on Alpha at the moment, as you guys can see. This is where activating your pheromones influence can come in handy, because we're going to appease him here, and this should help us win this conversation.
Boss, I really don't understand why you're giving me the runaround. When you hired me, I said I'd give you the best I could, but I can't protect us if you keep hamstringing my every move. If you won't level with me and tell me what it is you're hiding, then I'm out of here. I quit.
Adam, wait. You can't leave us. We need you. Now more than ever. All right. Look, the truth is, I set up a confidential data channel for a private investigator, someone who can run covert background checks on people, potential new recruits, like you.
You what?
I had to, Adam. You were a liability, remember? You'd just been fired from SWAT. Now, Megan believed in you, but I had to be sure. Look, I don't want this to come between us. I'll send the files to your computer. You can see for yourself what he dug up. But Adam, you'd better be sure.
Why? What do you mean?
I mean, sometimes the past should stay in the past. Once you see that data, you can't unring the bell. When you're ready, come back and talk to me. We need to discuss our next move.
Okay, there we go. We won the conversation, as you can see. Right, he sent some pretty important information to us. So we're going to read that. And as you can see, I've got a silver tongue achievement there, which is 1000 XP. So again, social enhancer for the win.
Here, this is for you. It's a corporate passport encoded with your biometrics. I've set up a false flag routing, which should get you to Henshaw Island without any problems.
You're sending me to China? What about FEMA?
FEMA's got nothing to do with this, trust me. We'll have better luck in China.
How can you say that? I saw the bastard who killed Megan pulling his men out of that facility. I left one of those men dead in its underground storage bay.
I know that, Adam. Frank was monitoring the whole thing. So I also know that before he died, that man gave you an address in China. I want you to check it out.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look, Adam. There's a reason this company's under attack. You think it has to do with the Typhoon or with some other top-secret military project that I haven't told you about?
The thought had crossed my mind.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. The work Megan's team was doing before they were killed, it was redefining what it means to be human. This company, Serif Industries, was about to lead mankind to its next stage in human development. Self-controlled evolution. Can't you see how scary that can be to some people?
Sure. I also see how lucrative it can be for some others.
It's never been about money for me, Adam. But you're right. There are people out there who don't exactly feel the same.
Like who?
I'm hoping you'll be able to find that answer for us in China. So get going. Farida's prepping the chopper.
Okay, right, that's cool. So now all we've got to do is meet Malik at the helipad, which is what we're going to go and do right now. First of all, we're going to go and check the information that David Sarif sent to our computer. It's pretty important, you know, information that was regarding us before we got hired, so it's pretty useful to know what exactly happened before we started working here. Okay. Oh, here we are. Let's find out what he sent. There we go. Yes, I mean, as you can see, there is a lot of information here regarding us. Wow. So there we go. It's some pretty, you know, useful information to read beforehand, and that is pretty good, you know.
Athena tells me you spoke to Serif. Did he happen to tell you why he made us look like idiots?
I'm handling it.
You can imagine how relieved I am to hear that. I'll tell you what. While you follow any lead Serif spoon-feeds you, I'm going to do what I should have done in the first place and backtrace that signal.
That's your pride talking. Still, get back to me if you find something.
You meant when?
Pretty sure I didn't.
Alright. Yeah, I forgot Frank is standing there waiting to talk to us, but there we go. We've also discussed with him the information that David Sarif discussed with us. So that's good, you know, information's been discussed on both ends now. And now, the moment of triumph, we're going to head over to Henshaw in China. A brand new area now. Here we go.
Hey, Jensen. The boss said you were on your way. You're gonna love Henshaw.
You've been there?
Used to live there. I spent 3, maybe 4 years working in the upper city, and most of my nights having fun in the lower one. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
I thought I was. How long is this gonna take, Malik?
You mean the flight or the fun afterward? Don't worry, we'll be there before you know it. Climb in.
Henshaw, here we come.
Jensen, you might want to get ready. The jewel of the Yangtze approaches.
Son of a bitch. I'm supposed to find answers in that.
Hey, twice the scum and half the space. Hang on, we're going in. The address you got off that Merc, Hengshaw Court Gardens. It's a bit of a walk from here in the Yuzhou district, but I figured it might be best not to drop you too close.
In case Barrett only gave up the address, knowing I'd walk into another trap.
It's the kind of thing I'd do to an enemy. You want my advice? Just find out who lives there and get out.
Okay, here we are in Hengshaw. Alright guys, so I'm really hoping that you guys are enjoying this playthrough, and I hope to see you all in part 9. Alright guys, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.